The United States is falling behind on parental leave by Donna Herman. The table of contents is a summary of my presentation and the slides that I'll be going through today. I will start with the introduction, which I will discuss the three major points that support my claim that employers should be required to offer paid parental leave. I will then review the Family Medical Leave Act as there is pertinent information that supports this claim. I will then review the three supporting details, which will be the health and well-being of mom and infant, how does the United States compare to other countries, and how will this affect the employer. Of course, with a claim such as an employer should be required to do anything, there will be rebuttals. I will address a few rebuttals that one may have, and then in my closing, I will summarize what we've gone over and also add a personal reflection on the research that I have completed. The United States does not require employers to offer parental leave when a child is born. How does this affect the mental and physical health of the mother and child? How does the United States compare with other countries around the world? And how would an employer be affected if parental leave was required? With this presentation, all those questions will be addressed. The Family Medical Leave Act, also known as FMLA, is the nation's first and only national law designed to help Americans meet the dual demands of work and family. America's workers have used FMLA more than 315 million times to take off of work when they need it most without having to worry about losing their job or their health insurance. The FMLA guarantees eligible employees up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave each year to care for a newborn or newly adopted child or a seriously ill family member, or to recover from their own serious health condition, including pregnancy. However, not all employers are required to offer FMLA, and not all employees are eligible. Nearly half of workers in the United States are not eligible for the FMLA leave. FMLA is required if an employer has 50 or more employees, and the employee must be employed for at least 12 months and work a minimum of 1,250 hours throughout the year. That means if I start with an employer in January and get pregnant, by the end of my pregnancy, I have not been with my employer for a full year, which means I would not be eligible for the Family Medical Leave Act. So my job may be at risk, and I may also lose health insurance. The health and well-being of mother and infant. After a child is born, whether it be the first child or second child, or a child being born into a family with numerous children, life as you know it is changing. Not only is a mother healing from childbirth or a cesarean section, which is considered a major surgery, they also have sleep deprivation, postpartum depression, the surge and drops of hormones are all things that they're dealing with. I know that most of these points are revolving around mother and infant, but if they had the father to help support some of these changes, or they do not have to worry about returning to work due to income, then it can only improve the health of the family at whole. Some of the topics that have come up would be that longer paid leave significantly increases breastfeeding initiation and duration, which has numerous benefits to moms and babies, including improving the function of the digestive system and the immune system of the child, and it reduces the risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, diabetes, and obesity for the mother. Paid leave greater than 12 weeks increases the infant immunization uptake, and the likelihood for rehospitalization is reduced by nearly half. The likelihood of their infant being rehospitalized in the first year of life is reduced by almost half. And they're almost twice as likely for the mother to have more success in managing stress and engaging in a regular exercise regimen. So, how does the United States measure up to other countries? In this image, it's showing that maternity leave and how many weeks do other nations provide compared to the United States. The United States is one out of 7 countries that do not offer paid parental leave. And this is just reflecting maternity leave. The United States is required to offer 0 time, while other countries, such as a neighboring Canada, offers 50 weeks of paid leave. Countries such as Italy and Germany are on the map, as well as Mexico. There's places very close to the United States that are offering leave. Well, some states have set rules that they have their employers follow. The United States as a whole is not required to follow these norms. For example, Germany allows a parent to stay home for 3 years post childbirth. It has to happen once the child is born, and the mother can stay home for a year and a half, or the father can stay home for the next year and a half. Usually it is based on who makes more money, because while they are out, they are paid, but it's not the full income. So whoever makes more money in the family would return to work to make the full income, while the other partner stays home and would take care of the child up to 3 years of their life. The impact parental leave may have on employers not what you would think. Paid parental leave would likely aid in the United States economy by improving the productivity and having a positive impact on economic growth, as it would help promote a work-life balance. It also would help support that healthy work-life balance and gender equality. Paid parental leave would be a great benefit to employers to attract new employees during the recruitment process. If the employer is required to offer the benefit, a additional benefit to joining that organization may be a longer leave or parental leave compared to maternity leave. So it would just help attract the employees to apply and for the position and then be hired. Now, the cost to hire a new employee can be 3 to 4 times the cost of their salary. With that kind of money, the employer would actually save money if they were able to keep a trained, dependable employee rather than hiring a new one. Now, I'm not stating that the employee should have full pay, but they should be having something to supplement their income while on this leave, whether it be mother or father. So, what if I don't want to have children? Well, that is a personal option, and not everyone wants to be a parent. But there should be a benefit out there for those who do want to have a family one day. Now, the FMLA does offer leave, but not paid, to employees. The disability insurance that can be offered to an employee as a benefit could cover one's own health condition. So if you have an accident, injury, or illness, you could get a supplemental pay through a disability insurance. Not all disability insurances will cover a maternity leave. So while somebody may have an open heart surgery, they can take family medical leave, they have medical leave through their employer, and then can file for a disability claim, whereas a pregnancy may not be able to do so. The employer would have to pay for somebody to fill in for a position that if the employee is on leave. School districts are female prominent, and teachers go on leave or take time off, or even just a sick day, they have a substitute come in and take over the class for a day, for a month, whatever the case may be. Substitutes are contracted employees. So they work for themselves. They're self-employed. So the employer would not have to offer the benefits and the pay as they would to their own employee. So in the end, they're actually paying less for a temp employee that they can get through an agency, or for a person who is trained through the company who may just be a substitute. Now, a lot of jobs have parental leave without getting the government involved. As you see, 75% of companies do not offer paid paternity leave. 9% offer 12 or more weeks, and then 16% offer 12 weeks or fewer. For the United States and our economy, that is a staggering percentage of people who are not offered this benefit that is offered in many other countries. Through personal and professional experiences, I have found that employers should be required to offer parental leave. I'm a mother myself, and after having my child, it would have been a great help to have my husband home and with some source of income in the time that I was recovering from surgery. I was sleep deprived and caring for a newborn. Um, I work in a human resource benefits department, and this is one of the leading questions that I get asked on a daily basis. There's planned pregnancies and unplanned pregnancies that employees call, whether they're mother or fathers to be, and ask what kind of leave they have. And unless they have signed up for disability insurance, they may have nothing at all. Disability insurance is great, but unless the person themselves is disabled, it's not going to pay anything. So a father could not take disability insurance to care for a mother or their newborn. Obviously, other countries have exceeded what the United States is doing. Our neighboring countries, Canada gives 50 weeks of paid leave. Mexico gives some weeks of paid leave. My husband's from Germany, and when I explained to him the process of leave or what would happen once we had our son, he was in shock because, as mentioned, Germany offers up to 3 years per family, per child. So with all that being said, and all the information that I have researched and experienced on a personal professional level, the United States should require employers to offer paid paternal leave.